you started at your end. But,
okay, and then the questions. Can somebody type a question in the questions box? Because I can't see those either. All right, well, you'll have to do that part. All right, well, anyway, this is, here. Can you guys, you can see my screen now then, right? I'm on Facebook. Yes, no, maybe?
yeah, we can see it. I can see it fine.
Okay, honestly, I can't see any kind of response from anybody, so I'm just going to keep going until you tell me to stop. All right, so my name, for anybody who is new to this corner of the internet, my name is Andrea Goodsed. This is my Facebook profile page. If you want to add me, feel free if we're not already friends. My family here is the reason why it's actually not the reason why I stayed home. I was already working from home before I met my husband as a jeweler, a glass jeweler. But as the children began to come, that became less and less possible to haul kids and stuff and jewelry around. I also found that I was in a position where I had created a job for myself. So I really had a love-hate relationship with something that I had started out being passionate about, which was making glass jewelry. And in the end, I would have a really good show on a weekend, which was also kind of dependent on the weather being good, which wasn't great. But I would have a really good show on the weekend and be excited, and then the next day be depressed on a Monday morning because I'd have to turn around and recreate all of that inventory in order to sell the next weekend. And so it was a really, you know, I mean, I was my own boss, and I had my own schedule, and I could do what I want. And I probably made better than a wage that I would have, you know, as a part-time mom and part-time something else. But it wasn't anything that was sustainable or really scalable. So once my middle child, Morgan here, this one, once she became mobile, she was the older one. This is Lita. The older one, she always, and to this day, she sticks right by me when whatever we're doing. She's like right at my heels. Morgan, however, has never been that way. She's always been a social butterfly, and you know, first she'd be the first kid to be picked up by some stranger and carried off happily. So I couldn't balance, I couldn't juggle being at shows and having her, because Alita was only 8 years older than her. So it wasn't going to work out in lots of ways. So I came online, and lots of, you know, trials and tribulations later, like everybody's had if you've been online for any length of time. I started looking at internet marketing. I actually came online to do network marketing, and then started doing more internet marketing and affiliate marketing, and turned into sort of a teaching gig where I was teaching people how to do WordPress and how to, you know, use their affiliate links and how to use autoresponders and stuff like that. And I got to a point where I was doing a lot of sort of high-end coaching, or really more like high-priced coaching, because my time became more valuable. But the things that I was teaching people, it wasn't really a good match, the price point, for the things that people needed to learn. Like there was just sort of a learning curve that had to be met for new folks, that which is who I ended up being able to serve best. But the price point wasn't really making sense. I wasn't able to serve enough. I wasn't able to give enough time to the people who really needed it the way I wanted to. So what I came up with, it's been about, it'll be 2 years in the spring, in the early spring, so like February, March, late winter, whatever that is. What I came to develop was a group called the Mastermind Partner Program. And recently, Kelvin Miles, I should go show you Kelvin. Let's go to Kelvin's page. I should add him too. He's awesome. Recently, Kelvin and I and 5 other people, we joined together on a we ended up together on a team for a product that Jonathan Budd and Mark Hoverson put out in the summer, and we ended up on this team where we were following through the curriculum and garnering points for taking certain actions that went with the curriculum, and we ended up fourth in that. It was sort of a little competition, but what for me came out of it even better than that was just a real clarity that Kelvin and I would be able to work together in projects in general, and we'd be able to go forward. Just his work ethic has been amazing, and I just knew that it was a good match if he would have us. And he has dove in with both feet and both hands, and come up with some really interesting ideas and helped me flesh out the member area for the Mastermind group. And so today, I'm going to go back into the webinar. This is what we promised for the webinar. We're going to take a look at the new updated back office. We've got a new header piece that Tristan Ascona, one of our founding members, made for us. There's an affiliate program which has actually been built into the back end of this for the whole time, and I've never been able to activate it despite my best intentions. And Kelvin's like, knocking that out, getting it all done, and it's been awesome. So the affiliate program is actually hooked up, and we'll have the sales pages ready for the first of the year. And we have some other interesting plans for 2013, which is going to help the continuity side of this make sense. So I've always wanted to have continuity program built in, which is if that's an unfamiliar concept or term, it means that the members of the community can sell the memberships of the community. So you can invite people to come participate in the different webinars that we have, the different bonuses that we offer, the different support spaces. Like we have a dedicated Facebook group that really up till now has been the core of this, but I think that it'll shift a little bit into being more, at least equally, the member area will be the value that people are getting monthly. But anyway, as a member, you and I and Kelvin and everybody else who's already a member, and the people who would like to be going forward after you sort of take a look at this, you'll be able to sell it. You'll be able to offer, you'll be able to invite people to join us to a supportive environment where they can get their smallest questions answered, and also get feedback on any of the projects that they're working on. And I have up till this point built it around a particular program that I have people buy, but because the affiliate program is coming on board with this part, we're going to actually have the option to join that or not join that, and it'll be kind of an a la carte menu, so that people can really get exactly what it is they're wanting to for going forward with their own marketing. So with that said, I want to have you guys start. If you have any questions as we're going along, please put them in the questions box, although I can't see it. Calvin will pipe in on us.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay, excellent. And we're going to take a peek over here at the Mastermind Partner Program member area. So this is actually a private member area, and we have, if I wasn't logged in, I would have I wouldn't be able to see any of this. So it's a protected content space, and the first thing that you do is you log in here, and this is actually the original message for me. I'm kind of on the fence whether to redo some of these videos, because it's completely on board with what my original intention was. I mean, this is still but I was kind of my video was kind of bad at that point. So we may be redoing this, but the gist of it is there's a welcome message. You go up here and you get, there's a couple of, there's a couple of files, I think is how it works. Yeah, just to give you kind of the heart of where this has come from and what your next steps should be immediately the minute you come inside. Then there's this section called the basics, and I believe there's still one that needs to be filled in here. But what I had wanted to do was frame this in a way that after having been through dozens and dozens of newbie trainings of different kinds, everybody comes from a different place of, you know, their independent experiences and their things that they need gaps filled in. I wanted to be able to kind of get everybody sort of packaged and on the same track so that we knew that we were all kind of going in the same direction, even though there's all these different bits and pieces that need filled in. That part's actually not less of a problem than people think. The things that are gumming you up are simple. They're only gumming you up because you don't know what you don't know yet, and chances are that it can be broken down into simplicity and handed to you if we can. What we do is we kind of dialogue back and forth until we figure out what it is exactly that's getting you stuck, because it's usually more about jargon than anything. It's not that anybody doesn't have the capacity to understand this stuff. It's just a matter of like putting it in layman's terms is what I've found over the years. But there were some, when I was thinking about who I wanted to work with and how I wanted to move forward kind of in a common track, there were some basic things. And these 5 things were core to needing, everybody needed to kind of be on the same page with this stuff. So each one has I believe except the last one, has a current lesson and some, you know, Andrea version of the layman's terms of this stuff. And anyway, it's worked out well. I think it kind of sets the tone and helps people to just get grounded in where we're going forward here. And all of this really applies to any kind of marketing and anything that you end up wanting to monetize with. It has nothing to do with, you know, being specific to any of that. It's more about finding, getting an overview and the foundation laid for whatever it is you're going to be doing, really. Then there's some older webinars that we have in here going forward. I believe we have these scheduled for Thursdays in general. Monday mornings we have a member-only hangout, a Google Plus hangout, which has been fun. It makes it easier to get to know people when you can see them in the, you know, look them in the eye and kind of get a feel for their environment and stuff. So Monday mornings is when we've been doing Monday mornings New York time. We've been doing a members-only hangout, and then Thursday afternoons is when we're going to be doing these webinars. And going, you know, I think we'll do one a month. It's kind of like an overview one like this, but then the other 2 or 3 or 4, depending on how many weekends we end up with, will be content-based. So, and that'll be dictated more by the people who are attending these things than anything, you know. We want to just address what it is people are needing information about next.
Yeah,
yes?
I think the first one in the new year is solo ads, which a lot of people are asking about.
Oh, okay.
Obviously traffic.
Solo ads. Yeah. Okay. So we have the solo ads. Yeah, that'll probably actually take up, that could even take up more than one. I mean, I can.
Oh, I think it's a 2 webinar series. One to set the background, and the second one to get into it in real depth. Mm-hmm. And I think we have a guest we can probably persuade to come along who's an expert in that area.
Well, we've got a couple of people who've been working on solo ads, so all different kinds of perspectives to offer. So that'll be awesome. Yeah, solo ads it's interesting. They're I'm right now I'm working with Dagan, and he's doing from a publisher's perspective. I'm building out a list. This kind of like this side project thing. I'm building out a list that's specifically for advertising and selling solo ads to other marketers. So not sure that I'm ready to start selling them myself yet, but that's kind of, it's like this whole other realm. It's kind of interesting, but we'll be able to see it from all perspectives. So, okay, silhouettes, good. So all of those, as we go along, these things will land in this webinar archive and build out the webinar archive. Right now, there's only a couple, 3 or 4 older ones. The bonus section is pretty decent at this point. What I want to be doing is finding a kind of a happy medium between overloading people with stuff and providing enough value. So I've been kind of picky about what ends up in here, because you can have gobs and gobs of things thrown at you, but if they're all just kind of not, if it leaves you wading through them for an afternoon, that isn't helpful. So what's in here right now are things that have been useful to date, and as we go forward, what I want to land in here are things that, you can often buy, what's it called, license rights to things, so that we can buy them, like we can invest in them and then the group can have access to them, that kind of thing. So if you ever see anything like that you know that you want in the group, or you think would be useful to the members as a whole, that would be a good thing to bring to our attention. But we have gobs between Kelvin and I, and probably some of the other members too. We have just gobs of, like, PLR, which is private label rights content, and there's different softwares, and there's just a lot of stuff, and I don't want that to be in here just to fill it up. The idea is for it to be super useful and just to be streamlined. It needs to be streamlined. It doesn't need to be overwhelming. I mean, there's enough parts without there being a whole lot of extra crap. Is kind of the gist. So this top one here is something that I wrote, which can be branded to your own affiliate links. You can use it as your freebie offer if you're making an opt-in. I've actually thought that it would probably even be good to be developed into a video series. So I think what you'd want to do is we'd want to set up your blog, which we totally have the capacity to help you with, not a problem. And then do your own pages that work for each section. I think I forget how many steps are in there, but anyway, you could take that content and literally cut and paste it into a video series that you offered by email or something. It's a tight process. It's how I started the Mastermind Partner Program in the first place. It involves doing a mini launch you don't even have to have a list necessarily. Some decent Facebook contacts. You can run a Facebook event for free and invite people to a webinar through an opt-in page is kind of the short version of that. But anyway, this walks you through the thought process that brought the Mastermind Partner Program to existence in the first place. These free Woo themes, I also have elegant themes, so we're able to use any of those themes. They're premium WordPress themes. The benefit to premium, in my mind, is that somebody's actively developing them, so that there's less chance of conflict with WordPress updates and such. I tend to use really plain ones anyway, but I like that there's stability and somebody's accountable for them because they're selling them. But I have access to them, so we can get them onto your site if you need them. These two copywriting, we might end up replacing these. I have to review them. And then there's a WordPress plugin called Pop-Up Domination that I bought. It's a $97. If you go buy it off their website, it's $97. I bought the developer's license for it, so I can actually, as long as I'm installing it, I think I actually put the installation information there, but the gist of it is that I got it for us so that we could use it. Perhaps you're familiar with And pop-ups, you know, there's kind of two camps. Some people hate them, some people love them, but in the end, conversions on your blog require, best conversions on your blog require some kind of a state break, so that people, you know, have to pay attention to it, or they just get lost reading. And as far as a marketer is concerned, that's not the best. Not the best. That's not what you want as an outcome. Ultimately, you want them to read enough to opt into something. So anyway, that's what's in the bonus section at the moment. Like I said, there's tons. If you need articles, if you need whatever it is you find that you're lacking, we should probably see if we can source it for the group, and because I'm sure will be other people who need that. When you come into the My Account section, there's now an affiliate dedicated page. And this is where you can grab, well, see, I have this install plugins thing too. You see that? This is on Firefox. There's something that needs updating on mine. I can't figure it out. Anyway, did you want to say something?
No, I was just saying this is very much still under development. Banners and all the rest of the goodies for affiliates will be here over the course of the next week. So at the moment it looks quite basic.
Yeah, it's empty, but it's not
progress.
Empty. It's hooked up, which is the important part, because it existed before, but it meant nothing because it wasn't hooked up. So we want to encourage everyone to go ahead and go to your My Account and the My Affiliate info, and take this second link here and pretty link it. So if you don't know what pretty link is, it's a you can also shorten it on something like bit.ly or something like that, bit.ly. But if you have I'll just show you mine real quick. If you have pretty link and you've never used it before, if you have a WordPress blog and you don't have pretty link installed, just go grab it. You go to plugins, install new, type in pretty link, 2 words, and it'll come right up, and you just need the pretty link Lite, which is a free version. And you're going to go to plugins, add new, search pretty link Lite, and get it from there, install it, and it adds this little thing to the front of your dashboard. And if I was going to do this again, oops, sorry, I would go grab this link. And then the reason why I pretty link everything is partly because it's a nicer look and feel for your reader, but also if I ever need to change this link out, like say I wanted to use a different affiliate account with this, like a different login, all I would have to do is update this link. So let's call this new link. So if I create that, it now lives inside this pretty link. Actually has a little section of its own here on the left, but it makes this new link that now if I take people to this link that says new link, if I just click there, it copies it. It'll take them to my coded affiliate link that is that registration page whenever my internet works. So once this registration page, and I don't know what this is only on Firefox, this yellow bar, it's not going to affect anything. But what I would want to do before I sent them here is I would want to have an opt-in page if I was going to get fancy-dancy about it and start building my list at the same time. You don't even have to do the presentation. So like the solo ad event that's coming up next Thursday. Is that next Thursday? I guess so. That would be the first week of January. For that solo ad event, you can actually make an opt-in page that says confused about solo ads. We have a free webinar coming up. Join us. Just fill in your name and email, and you'll be taken to the registration page. And literally be building your list on the efforts of Kelvin and whoever else ends up doing the solo ads. presentation. And then at the end of that, what we'll be doing is an invitation to learn more and have the opportunity to promote these same things to the mastermind group. And those people who have come through your link will be coded to you for the sales page for the mastermind group, for the Mastermind Partner Program. So by the first of the year, I will, gosh, that's just around the corner. So by next Thursday, we'll have some sales pages done so that we can have a call to action at the end of the webinar that say, you know, if you'd like to have more of this and be able to build your list and, you know, share the bounty of whatever all it is we've got going on at that particular webinar, just go to the mastermindpartnerprogram.com/join us or something like that. And once it's all hooked up, we'll know exactly what link to send people to. And they'll already be coded to because they'll have just come through the webinar link. See what I mean? So starting the first of the year, right now, we have, you need to get back with whoever sent you here to discuss how to join at the moment, because we have some special negotiations going on right now. And I'll get with each person individually, and we'll get you set up and rolling, especially if you want to be promoting that next webinar. So all I can say, because I don't really want it to be publicized forever because Kelvin's recording this, is that it is a friggin' good deal right now between now and the first of the year when we have the sales pages in place. So get with whoever, definitely get back with whoever brought you to the webinar, and between the three of us, you and me and that person, we will negotiate how you can become part of this sooner than later. So the inside of this, go back into this affiliate space. So inside of this, like Kelvin was saying, there will be banners. There will be. My vision is that we will, because I'm an affiliate marketer at heart. I have one particular thing that I'm building out for 2013 myself, and a lot of the offers for joining the Mastermind Partner Program may be framed on this particular business. But what I want to do is I also make quite a bit of money apart from that on affiliate offers. And so my vision is that we will be able to make, there's a page here, here's an example page that Kelvin set up for us. This is a page that lives on the Mastermind Partner Program domain. And what it will have is a way to add your, depending on the program. So let's say, for instance, Aweber's a bad example. There's a new program that I'm promoting right this minute that's a ClickBank product. So what we would have is a way for, and ClickBank has a very specific name. Every time I promote it, it has this good group at the end. It's part of the URL. It becomes part of my affiliate link, my ClickBank name. So what we would have is a way to, if we're going to do a promotion as a group, or if I'm going to do a promotion, usually what I do is I do like a little community event study group thing based around a particular product. And I'm happy to have mastermind partners join me in the promotion and then offer that bonus offer that I put together as their own. So what it does is it really just makes a nice synergistic larger group going forward, and people it just becomes a win-win, and it's like this self-prophesizing thing where people get value, they give value, they get value from giving value. I mean, it's all just good. So what we'll have is a page where you can code it, and this one's not set up correctly yet, but something like this. So why some people take massive action, others don't. I don't know if we can technically use this one. I love this video, but it is on YouTube, so maybe we can.
Yeah, well, it's Creative Commons, so we're fully entitled to use it. And it's a great video.
Really? Oh, I love that. Oh, I love this video. So anyway, if you haven't watched this video, go to mastermindpartnerprogram.com/test squeeze and watch it. It's almost 40 minutes, but I could watch it every morning practically. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's a test page. There's no pitch or anything else, but it's just a great video.
Yeah. So, but once these pages will have, one of the things that I really like is making new offers and new opt-in pages and new ideas about kind of how to get people through a form, that kind of thing. So as we make them and as we feel like they're worth using, because they aren't all worth using, what we'll be able to do is code these in a way that each person can take their, as part of the Mastermind Partner Program, have these exterior products that you'll be able to promote. Like, we'll just make like team pages that you can use and plug in your affiliate code. I don't know if that makes sense or not makes sense. Do you see if anybody has any questions, Calvin? Or make sure we're not.
None at the moment.
Over talking. Okay, I'll keep talking then. So anyway, this link at the bottom would then be coded to my good group link, if that was the link that I was adding up here. So if anybody's already been in like John Morose's teams with me, he always creates these pages for us where we can just paste our username onto the end of whatever it is he's created. And I just have this vision of doing that for multiple products. So like there's a bunch of us who are Matt Lloyd affiliates that has a very specific, anything that uses Infusionsoft for the affiliate program has a very specific username that we each have that can be coded onto the end of these pages, and we can basically kind of, it's like a community effort of opt-in page information, like data. We can bring back the data to the group and know which ones we want to use more of or whatever. So anyway, that's my vision as part of the I almost want to call it the kind of the coreness of the Mastermind Partner Program, is just to help people to make those transactions and to get those list building parts in place, and I don't really care what product it is, whatever product it is that we're talking about today, it's just the product of today. It's the marketing conversation that's eternal. So that's it. That's what I've got going on in a nutshell. A couple of other things. Oh my gosh, there's a whole section that Kelvin added in here that I hadn't even seen yet. Okay, so there's a calendar, which I believe has next week's on it, but I hadn't looked at it obviously because I didn't know the solo ad was next week. Sorry, my internet's a little sketchy here.
Yeah, the Mastermind is on. The webinar link will be up later on today.
Okay, so we'll be putting on. Okay, so these are the repeating ones for our existing members, and then these are the ones that everyone will be able to invite people to, and also send out the replays of. So we're gonna have to figure out a way that we can maybe leave each webinar unprotected for the week after until the next one or something, so that we can share that one. And you can continue.
I have a question here from Marguerite, Andrea.
Okay.
She's asking whether or not you've made her a member already. She's not sure if she's in or not. I don't know Marguerite's surname.
I think we're gonna need to talk. Can you private message me? That would be the best way to. We have to figure that out. We have to figure that out.
Yeah, she's going to PM you.
Okay. These weekly ones are the ones that the afternoon weekly ones are the ones that everyone will be able to list build around, which I cannot stress enough how important it is to begin offering people seem to think that they can't build a list until they have some, ebook of their own written, or, some skill set completely, completely polished or whatever. And I'll be the first one to tell you that I do things, I have learned, I used to do things that way. I used to feel that way, and I made no progress and I made no money. And then I kind of shifted. I'm not really sure exactly when I shifted, but I started shifting, I guess kind of like through the coaching phase of stuff, where I was just doing a lot of one-on-one coaching, and I realized that I didn't even need to have all my ducks in a row. I just need to be present. And a lot of that is true of a lot of marketing. If you're just present and you respond to people, you will stand out from the crowd by leaps and bounds. Of course, you want to continue to develop your skills and to continue to find good things to offer people. But if you think of yourself more as a conduit of good stuff, and someone who brings good things to the table, and who really takes care of your crowd, your audience, you kind of get to know people and it's kind of a fine line, because if you get too much in tune with what people's challenges and things are, you can get kind of sucked down a rabbit hole with them, and that doesn't serve anybody either, because then you're both just floundering. But if you can kind of position yourself in a way that people will ask you specific questions about whatever it is, either say, raise their hand, I'm stuck, and you can kind of take 15-20 minutes to figure out what's the stuck part and get past that. That's okay. But what this group has turned into is kind of, it serves that purpose anymore. So I don't have to do very much one-on-one stuff. We can do it through the group and actually serve more than one at a time, and actually empower other people to serve each other, which is even better, in my opinion. I mean, I certainly don't need to be any kind of head of the table, although we're going to have to go there somewhat in order to make this really fly. But that's the gist of that. So Kelvin's got me on a schedule, which is quite the feat. I have to admit. These weekly, I think these are actually, I'm not sure which time we had settled on. It's somewhere between 9 and 10 on Monday mornings. They had been 10, but then they were kind of too late for the Australian folks, and so we're kind of bouncing around in there. We'll see who keeps showing up and adjust accordingly. But early morning Eastern time on Mondays is our hangout. And this replay will be, we'll just do this. This is a really convenient time for myself and for Calvin. He's in the UK, so he does stay up really late. But I don't want it to be inconvenient for us so that we get tired. So we're going to do them when they work for us. And then, if you can't come to that moment, Calvin's recording them, and we're going to get them up to a place where everybody can refer. I guess what we'll be doing is updating the registration page so that it redirects to the latest webinar for the week after it, until the next one happens.
Yeah, the webinar page, the registration page will remain exactly the same. All that will change is the content.
Yeah.
So the affiliate links.
Go to your affiliate link.
Will remain the same.
Go to your affiliate link, pretty link it, and then promote that as the second page after an opt-in. And you can change your opt-in page to match whatever you can either make it generic and just say, come to the weekly webinar and see what's going on, or you can target it better, which will get you a better response by saying, go through this opt-in page of mine to get to the webinar, to register for a free webinar on solo ads, for example, for this week. So, but that's the kind of stuff that we talk about in the group. Okay, so now we can go on to this section, and then I want to see if there's questions and not like overload anybody, because I can go on and on. But we'll look at this section that Calvin has added, which I had not seen at all. So this is way sweet. So are these top ones? Why don't you tell us what they are? You can walk us through.
Okay, well, if you just go into, say, the Empower Network Quick Start, the third one down.
Okay. So Empower Network is where my interest lies for this year. And so we're going to be doing a lot of offers based on it. So my vision is that I'll have, well, between Calvin and myself, we're going to develop out a $1,650, $25 or $50 package that covers that first 4 products. And whoever is part of the Mastermind Partner Program, it won't matter if you're on our team or not. We'll just be able to, being part of the Mastermind MPP will allow you to offer that as your product also. So
yeah, and also, wherever you're involved in Empower or not, you'll have an opportunity to find out a bit more about it. I don't know, anyone here in Empower now? Would you like to raise your hands?
I think there are several. And I know that, like Marguerite, for instance,
there's a couple there.
Marguerite's on a different team, and I don't care. It's good.
Yeah, that's cool. Yep,
we're going to make it.
4 hands there.
Yeah, I know that there's a lot of people
I
that... Go ahead.
Yeah, as I said, I was initially very anti-Empower Network because of the way it was promoted by the members, not by the company itself. And eventually got to find out a bit more about it, and incredibly impressed. And just looking in the back office, there's a whole walkthrough of the Empower Network program. So whether you're interested in it or not, you can actually find out more about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another promotional tool for the Mastermind Partner Program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so,
But even just understanding what Empower is about, I think, is a big step for most people.
Yeah, I know. I find that people either feel like they know already what it's about, but they don't, or they've been turned off by some of the more aggressive marketing, which is a shame, because for me, the heart of what the Daves have put together and their whole intention behind it, it's what I've decided to dedicate my entire year next year. That's my focus. I mean, it doesn't mean I won't be selling other stuff, because the Lord knows you all, if you're on my email list, I sell plenty. But it's just this is what I want to focus on this year. So, that's why it's getting included in here.
And the other thing is that there's a great crossover between Empower Network and blogging, lead generation, traffic generation in general. Mm-hmm. So it covers, solo ads are viable for any type of affiliate program or online business.
Yeah, no, totally. Well, and that's where it always comes back to, for me, it comes back to the marketing conversation, not whatever the thing is that's being promoted. So the way that the Mastermind group started originally was with another little, I was calling it my $200 thingy at that point, and it was a one-off purchase. And what it had allowed me to do at that point in time was monetize the coaching space and have everybody have a common theme going on. Even though they had network marketing companies, they had other interests, they had niche sites, whatever it was each individual person's thing. I just have always been really interested, and it's been really important to me to continue to help people be autonomous in their own direction, whatever that is, and yet still have a group culture, a group center. So.
Yeah, now Tiffany has a question.
Okay.
How will it work with John's bonus training page? Will they get both if they came in through me in MPP?
Only for folks who are on John's team can you offer John's thing. Although, you know what, Kelvin, we might help John create with his DAF back office, because he was having the same problem that I was, where he has that as a separate affiliate offer, but he doesn't have the affiliate part set up. So he is willing to offer it as a one-time purchase to people outside of his team, but he doesn't have that part, the part you set up for us.
Okay, well I'm sure we can work something out with him.
So we can actually offer that inside of here, even. See what I mean?
Well, that adds another string to your bow, Tiffany, if you can offer both, because we're making sure that we're filling in the gaps, So what John teaches is slightly different to what we teach.
Well,
His capture pages are slightly
right,
different.
and his strength is SEO and systems, and so SEO is totally out of my interest zone. Let's put it that way.
Oh, it's good fun. I mean, if you look in the if you look on that, set up your blog and start blogging, that covers some of the SEO
Okay.
for blog
Oh,
posts.
there you go.
You know, but it's not, rather than a separate product, I'm just interweaving it
Yeah,
with the process.
it's a training. Yeah. So anyway, you can, because I know that Tiffany is on John's team, you would,
And Steve's on John's team as well.
okay.
Just left a
So
comment there.
anyone who's on John Morose's team you'd want to package it as part of, this is some of the stuff you get. And that's good. And if you're on, Lawrence Tam's team, I'm sure he has certain stuff that he offers. And if you're on Tony Rush's team, he has certain stuff that he offers. So for me, it's more of a holistic, I'm like a holistic approach person to something that isn't meant to be done this way. But that's what I like to do. So here we are. And it has worked for me well, because what happens is, again, it's really kind of ends up being, how can you stand apart from the crowd? I'm not the kind of person, I mean, I can get a little bit bossy in my emails, like go do this now, that kind of thing. But in the end, it really comes down to wanting to help people find the path that works for them, whatever that is. And Empower Network happens to fit into that really well, just because their whole message is just do you. So if I can help other people earn an income just doing whatever it is that makes them really light up, then we're good. So this section that you set up is pretty extensive here.
There's a lot more to go on it, but yeah, I mean, over the course of the next few days, there'll be a lot more content going up.
Okay, so so Calvin joined, I don't know, a month ago or something, and as he was joining, he had the foresight to do a video, as tape it as he was screen capture as he was doing it. So a lot of times what I find, especially, I don't always only have like baby boomer age people, but the people that I work with tend to have this hesitancy to maybe push a button to find out what's on the other side of the page, or to what's going to happen next is a lot of the questions that I end up answering. And this will totally put their misery out. Instead of, and I don't like blind things either. I didn't join Empower until I watched John Morose's walkthrough of the back office. It's changed completely since then, because they had a different interface. But once I saw what it was, I was like, oh, I can use that. I can do that. I can sell that. I get it. But when it's like the stuff that works for most people doesn't always work for me, where it's, you're going to have to, if you want to see what's on the other side, you have to click this button kind of thing. That just doesn't work for me. I'm just like, close the window, So this is just a different approach to selling it. And if it works for you, that's great. If it doesn't have to be part of your mastermind group experience at all. It's just really about the marketing conversation, filling in the gaps, and that sort of thing. So let's see. So each of these, this is a video to show how to set up the affiliate. This is a video to show the e-wallet side, right? This is one.
Yeah, they're all quite short walkthroughs on areas that I know on the e-wallet, for instance, that people just get confused by the options in there.
Yeah. So we just want to eliminate confusion. That's good. And then, and also I like that they're small bites. I mean, we don't want anything that's going to be more than, 10-minute trainings at a time. Forget these hour-long webinar things, because, I mean, ones like this, fine, once in a while, but even this is we're almost saying an hour, and I meant for it to be half an hour. And I feel like it's too long, because I know that myself, I can't get around to listening to the replays at that length. So I'm going to whiz through this, see if anybody has any more questions, and then we're going to get out of here and get back to our work. Let's see. Oh, and this is an important one. We have a series of emails that Kelvin went through all of them and made it so you can take these 68 emails, I think it is, and grab this campaign code and go into a Weber and add the emails. It takes about 5 minutes total. You add the emails, 68 emails, boom. Then you go over to a different settings page, and you have a place where you can just enter your signature, and it enters on all the emails, and you enter your affiliate link, enters on all the emails, it updates them all at once. And I've known that kind of existed and never figured it out. So all that stuff that all those things you should be able to do, we'll get Kelvin to show us how to do them. No, seriously. You think this stuff is, measly, but it's not.
And there's a few other, under the start blogging one, there's going to be resources for free image sites and all of that sort of thing. Basically, trying to answer all of the questions that, you and I have both had many, many times in the past.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to put these resources, we're going to fill them in as we go along. Excellent. Okay, so this is our main example, but like I said, I want there to be a whole category of opt-in pages that are dedicated to different affiliate products that I've sold, that you've sold, that we know are value add to the people that you bring them to. So like this one that I'm doing right now is called Autoresponder Madness. I'm in love with it already, and so I'm starting, if anybody's getting my mails, they're going to get blasted about it for the next 3 or 4 days, and I'm sorry in advance if you don't like it, but it is what it is. And so, in the future, I would like to have us have an opt-in page that people can offer that through easily, quickly. And so they're building their list and offering the affiliate product on the next page. So that's my vision. There's one other really important part to this, and I don't know what's going on in it right now, but I could have done ask questions on my wall or something. We should do that, or on the Mastermind Partner Program wall.
The MPP page is undergoing its revamp at the moment, so next webinar.
That's what we'll do. We'll remember to do that. Although the fan pages are a little clunky with the updates, they're actually better in a group. It's more fluid in a group. Maybe we need to have an open group instead of a fan page part of the time or something. Well, here we go. My internet's not working again. Anyway, you can see here on the side I've got this list of MPP groups. Each of these is a different conversation room, but the main one that the membership gets instant access to is this MPP Phase 1. Here we go. And we need a header in here too. I should put that header up here. So these are a couple of pinned posts. This is what Kelvin put up initially to the members. So we're going to build a continuity program and associated affiliate program, which we're well on the way to doing. Designed to give value, help the community to improve results, and to move forward in this amazing industry we generally refer to as online marketing. By we, it means all of us working together to create a valuable learning experience for everyone. We've set up an email address for your questions, ideas, and comments. If you're an expert in your niche or some aspect of online marketing, that's another important point. anybody who has any kind of results that they want to share with on a webinar, or yeah, any kind of results that you want to share in a webinar or a piece of a webinar, just let us know, because that's kind of what this whole point is. The whole point is to support each other and showcase each other and be able to, you know, try out our skill sets and, you know, get the webinar fears out of the way and the video fears out of the way, and all of that. So if you want to raise your hand and do any kind of leadership position, that you're more than welcome. What we want is to see everybody contributing to the conversation. Don't make the mistake of thinking that you have nothing to contribute because you're new or inexperienced, and don't be shy about sharing your challenges or successes. I'll underscore that thinking that you have nothing to contribute part, because in fact, I want to share. I wonder if we can share Myrna's video. I wonder if she's gonna. She's probably not on here because it's the middle of the night. But I love her video. Myrna came early on in the not the very first round of Mastermind Partners. Oh, I don't know if my internet's gonna cooperate here. No, I don't think it is. All right. Well, anyway, so it's only by. Hold on a second, Zany. I'm on a webinar. Hold on. No, go in the other room, both of you. Sorry. I'm tired of talking about Super Mario. Oh, now it's going to go ahead. Okay, so let me finish this one up. So it's only by understanding your challenges that we can all share knowledge in a meaningful way, and it's only by hearing about your successes that we can celebrate them. The online world can be a very lonely place. Don't sit there on your own, confused or overwhelmed, or just plain lonely. Let's reach out to the group and have a chat. And it totally works. When we work it, it totally works. So, you know, I often, you know, I've leaned in the direction in my lifetime of enabling people. So I don't encourage you to, the minute you think that you have a problem, hop on the group, but maybe take 5 or 10 minutes to see if you can puzzle it out, and not more than 15 or 20, because then there's a happy middle zone there where you can say, okay, I know that somebody can just answer this for me really quickly, and I'll just ask it and get it answered and move forward, instead of sitting there farting around with something all afternoon. So here, I'm going to see if I can play Myrna's, because I asked for testimonials not too long ago. And Myrna's, they're all awesome, but Myrna's is special to me because she came to us extremely challenged. Don't laugh at me when you hear this, Myrna. But she was, and she admits it fully. She had some mindset issues that were hard to deal with, but we persisted, and as long as she kept coming back, I was willing to meet her there. So that's kind of how we work. This is short. I'll play it right quick. You can't hear that, can you? You can't hear that, can you, Kelvin?
No.
Okay.
No, your connection obviously is pretty slow.
I do what? Say it again.
I think your connection is quite slow at the moment.
All right, well, let me try it. Or we can go, well, let's see. How can we get you guys there? Because it's awesome. This is the best testimonial ever. I literally jumped up and clapped my hands when I heard this one. If you search Myrna Dwyer.
Just put the link in chat, Andrea.
In chat. Okay. Let's see. In chat. There. Can you guys see? Oh no, that says to organizers. Oh no, I can't send it to everybody. Can you get that? Can you get it from there and send it to everybody? It only gives me the option to send it to organizers or panelists.
Yeah, I'm just doing it now.
Okay. Anyway, when you guys have a chance, listen to that because
There we go. There's a link there.
it's in the chat questions section. Chat. I was just really tickled. She's a success story as far as I'm concerned, and it's only going to get better from here on out. Okay, so let's see if we got everything covered here. Yeah. Okay. So this is what's here now. It's only going to fill up, and only with good things. I'm not interested in having any kind of clutter, like I said earlier. And as we go forward, we just need to know what everybody needs so we can put it in here, and it'll make it better and better. So if you're not already a member, get back with the person who referred you to the webinar in the first place. You want to check and see if you have any questions or anything, and we'll just call it good.
Yeah, there's no more questions at the moment, unless anyone has any.
Awesome. Okay. Well, hit us up on Facebook, and we'll get you rolling, and you can promote this next one coming up, which will be a solo ads training, part one of 2. Okie dokie.
Thank you for being here, guys. And if you get hold of Andrea before the end of the year, there's no real pitch tonight at all. But if you get hold of Andrea before the end of the year and you're interested in joining with us, you'll be very pleasantly surprised.
Yep.
So if we don't speak to you, have a great new year and a great 2013.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Kevin. Thanks, everybody.